Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video and another look at the Morris Minor. Now I'm giving you a week's break from more talk about the suspension, but I'll come back to that in next week's video. Very nearly finished, just wanted to get it all cleared up so we can give you a final look. So this week I'm going to have a look at the Morris Minor interior. The video I made about the MGB interior seemed to be very popular, and I just wanted to give you a tour around this car in a bit of detail. So as I'm sure you know from other videos on the channel, I restored this car about 3 years ago. Did everything myself bar the paintwork and the interior upholstery. I left that to the professional, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me, he did a good job. This car had a red vinyl interior as original, and we had the seats recovered in the original style, along with the door cards. My dad had also had a original steering wheel stored away. I really like this sort of marble effect bakelite. I think it works really nicely. A friend in the local Morris Minor Club gave me the correct centre button. We didn't have one of those, and also supplied me with the indicator switch. Now I believe this should actually be brown, but they're quite hard to come by and very expensive, so we're using this cream one. Maybe one day we'll go for the brown. Looking on in here then, sorry, I'm trying to get you a better view. Quite basic instrument panels. So here you have oil pressure, speedometer, and fuel level. I believe this is not actually an original speedometer for the car. That might be out of a Morris Oxford, but I'm happy to be corrected on that. And as you can see, the mileage is pretty low. This car has a great history. Someday I'll maybe make a video about the history of this car, but that's a subject for another time. Proper steering column. Actually, this car when I started had a Morris 1000 steering wheel on it, which has a slightly shorter column, I believe. So I had to get the appropriate column for this flatter style steering wheel. And that's the horn contact here, and that's the purple wire for the horn. Looking on through then, this car did not originally have a 1098cc engine, but it does now, and it was fitted by a previous owner, and we decided to stick with that engine. So with that engine came this gearbox, which is not original, but works very well with the engine. Gear stick, 4 speeds and reverse, and that's the handbrake. The carpet doesn't meet all that very tightly down the middle there, but it does the job and it looks well. Let's step inside then. So in the middle here we have an ashtray. Red vinyl down the back. This is actually the original. I kept that in place. I know it's slightly darker colour, but it's probably just through years. Down here then we have the choke, ignition key, light switch, and starter pull. Takes a bit of getting used to when you're used to starting cars on the key. And then underneath here we have the heater. This is the original Smith's heater, with a fan speed control rheostat or variable resistance switch. And down below here you can see the dip switch for the headlamps. I'm sure I'm teaching you a lot of things you already knew, but some people find these tours interesting. We have useful parcel shelf underneath, and 3 paddles, which are pretty small for those of us with larger feet. Over here then, glove box. I'm cheated a wee bit. There is no actual glove box in here. I'm still waiting to make one of those. But this here Morris badge, very rarely you do see a clock in there, which was an optional extra, and they are like hen's teeth now, so they're pretty rare. So if you see one of those come up for sale, make sure you snap it up. Would love one, but I don't think the budget will ever stretch that far. Take a step outside. Oh yes, that's the charge light there at the top. It just shows you that, sorry that's gone out of focus, just shows you that the dynamo is creating enough electricity. Looking around inside, then we put a new headlining in. Yes, there's a few wrinkles in it, but the amount of fight we had to get this in correctly, I think quite pleased actually with how it turned out. No seat belts in this car. They weren't from original, but it's certainly something I'm going to look into. Certainly fitting seat belts in the rear, because there's now been in the last while, new member to the family, so it might be nice to be able to take them out in the car. Original door pulls kept on the side. Again, the darker, whether it's actually darker or it's just with age and use. Window winder, door pull, quarter light panel here. I'll come round the other side, if you bear with me. Excuse the untidy state of my garage. Got a nice period tax disc off the internet. I can supply the details to anyone who wishes to get their own. I think it really sets the car off. Also got good mats and to try and keep the carpets as tidy as we can. That's just another look at the driver's side and round. So there you go. Quick tour of the Morris Minor interior. A few jobs coming up, a few jobs I would love to be able to do, but such as the clock and the glove box, but whether that comes to fruition, we'll have to see. As ever, I always reply to my comments, so please comment on the video below, hit the like button, and as always I would ask you to subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with my videos. More coming along very soon. Thank you.